Day 32. Drained water. Let me visit the boat? Nya. Ooh. Bitte schon? This will be weird. I can go down the fountain when it's partially empty. Never done that before. Not really that interesting, but good to see it in its partially flooded state. Well, it's crazy. What do we have? I didn't draw the fucking tomb. Alright, I love RNG. The more specific my goals get, the more painful it's gonna get. Immunity to red rooms is fun. Immunity to gems is fun. It's kind of back and forth. Tool shed for 2 special items, I think guarantees there'll be 2 of the items I might actually want. I think I'll do the tool shed. The battery! That's a good sign. There we go. There we go. Alrighty, 1 second. People are arguing with me about my video game opinions and I need to respond. There. Enemies defeated. They're all dead. I killed them. To death. I thought I saw a thingy. Ooh. That's what looked weird. Can't go this way. That's interesting. I wonder if they're obscuring your ability to see the, where the bridge is from that angle. That's interesting. It's pretty... Was it that... Well, it wasn't this type of bridge, it was just a plank. But it does look weird from here. I saw the darkness, and I'm like, what am I looking at? Okay, it's time back to working on my many goals. We want to summon a king and a queen room at the same time, please. I feel like I summoned the queen room more when I went to the central path first. That might sound like arbitrary, but... Are you serious? Sure, let's summon the coat check for later, I guess. Wow, I'm like, what? Maybe I'll take the central path, because that seems to be the secret. And then immediately it's like, here's 3 dead ends in the center, fuck you. There's no item to retrieve. Yeah. Oh my god, that was incredible. That was so rude. That's the word for it, too. Yeah, that was rude. Game. Jesus Christ. 3 dead ends? I think this game might genuinely be random, aside from the handful of times where it's like, this is a special condition, we'll spawn this room here. There's like a weighted randomness to difficulty at height, I think, for gem cost and so on. But within whatever amount of random it has, I think it is genuinely random. Like, it refuses to even consider being like, maybe we should be a little nice. And, so the reading nook would give me a dead end here, which would suck. I think they refuse to give us a little more, be a little nicer, and be like, let's not generate 3 dead ends for the first draw. It's like, nah, fuck them. It's kind of a waste of a corridor. I think I'll summon the chapel, take the coin loss, but then I'll get to summon a dead end over here, which will be nice. No key. Probably just summon the closet for extra items. It's a dead end. Security is useful as a hallway. It's tempting to summon security early, because then I would get access to a lab experiment starting. But I don't want to waste the extra hallway. They're not going to let me attach to the foundation. They really want to summon every dead end as fast as possible. I gotta get these storerooms out of my deck. I guess I made things worse by summoning 2 storerooms in the first place. I can use a dice. I think I should use a dice here. They already dead-ended me here. If they cut me off here, I'm just gonna it's gonna be really hard to reach the foundation. Okay, a den is pretty alright. So is the courtyard, which might give me a shovel. But use a gem already. I think I'll go for the courtyard because it only can be... Well, actually, the courtyard doesn't have to be out in the green. But it might give me... It didn't give me anything. Alrighty. Well, I got 2 dig spots to use one day, maybe. And that's it. Damn it. I was hoping they'd give me the shovel so I can use it in both these places. Womp womp. The reading nook again. Right, because I didn't play it before. The reading nook would U-turn the library down into the foundation, which would suck. Gymnasium gives me more movement options in the future, but I don't want to go in... Oh, it's a security room. Okay. So currently it's not very helpful anyway, but there's a security door up there in the future if I want it, which is fine. Okay, we're trying to summon, got a lot of goals to think about at once. I want more keys for the underground area, but I can't access that until I move the water back down. Right now we're primed to go back and forth in the boat, so I need to be able to access that side of the boat area. I want to do the chess puzzle. I really need to summon Her Majesty's room. So many pages and notes. Did I go past it? How did I do that? Okay. Yeah, Her Ladyship or the study, and then the office. I think that's my only king still. But at least I found it. Bit embarrassing to know that I was repeatedly drawing as a king and didn't notice for a while. Might as well draw security, but I don't love that I'm out of gems already. But maybe I'll spawn a fun game that gives me more gems. Keycard system. Firm low. Offline. Unlocked. Bow. Remote terminal. Lab. Connect. Ra-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Experiment setup. Gain 1 key, gem, or gold. Set your steps to 40. Huh. Permanently add 1 gold to your allowance. Each time you find some trash while digging, each time you eat an apple, for each bedroom you draft after your second. How badly do I want more allowance? Whereas, like... Okay, setting my steps to 40 is not that powerful. It's good, because it means not running out of steps if you can do it frequently. But this is not... We're using gems this run, so it's not that version. It's very tempting in that version, because that means I can spawn the most powerful rooms I want, then just run around and looking for a piece of trash, and they'll be back up to 40 steps, which would be wild. I'm not that worried about my steps this run, necessarily. Let's do trash while digging, gold to my allowance, and then hope I can find a shovel. Hoping I can find a shovel. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I wonder if people are like bored with the series yet. I'm backlogging it like crazy. I'm recording so much of this and playing it every day. Which means I'm outpacing the original series. Which, in some playthroughs, people are then like, yeah, you're detached from the feedback. The series is bad now. But in a series like this, it's like it means I'm escaping all the spoilers because people can't spoil me. Because there's always a chorus of people being like, no, don't get spoiled by the random people that shout all the answers out all the time. Because whenever you do any puzzle game, people get really frustrated by every mistake you make and just start answering every question you have. And I'm like, that's not the point of any of this. What are you doing? Commissary is real tempting. Oh, I don't have the gem, right. Ah, my throat. Water. But the end result is obviously anything that I misunderstand for a while, like those paintings earlier, that will have inevitably come up a lot in the meantime. As people just yell at the screen for a dozen hours, and I don't change my behavior. Because I can't. But also, people don't want me to, because that's the goal of escaping being reachable, is that I can't be reached. So no one can, like, spoil what's going wrong. But there's both sides to that, because it does mean potentially watching me focus on the wrong things indefinitely. Like, not internalizing past information as much as I could have about the sigils. Who knows what moments that were really crucial that I didn't necessarily write down because, you know, you don't know what information to fixate on. And there's so much that writing down everything would be insane. 15 minus 14 is 1. 5 minus 4 is 1. Times 4 is 4. 1 times 1 divided by 1 is 1. I'm just being silly here. We have a secret garden! Can I please have the sledgehammer this run? I have the battery. I need sledgehammer and the lever. Lever is usually easy to get. Sledgehammer should be at the commissary if I can place it. I guess look over the pantry. An apple. I want to make the super hammer. Oof. I have the den door up there, so maybe placing the garage makes a lot of sense here. So I already made a little dead end for myself. Get the 3 keys and enjoy that part. No item over here this time. I think there's been an item there before. And yeah, I can't open this yet. That's interesting that the plank across the ravine is not there until you place the garage. We haven't had a ton of chances to notice that because see, I should have to wrap back around and fill up my dead ends. There's not a ton of chances to notice that because at first the door is locked, so you can't reach that point in the first place. The locksmith? I can't do it though. Probably throw the dark room here so that it doesn't screw me over. Since I can't place the other ones at all. I'm losing doorways, which sucks. The dark room can be valuable if you have the solution for it. But right now it's going to be valuable only in that if I revisit the dark room... That's the closet. I'm never going back in there. Haha. If I revisit the dark room later after I get the breaker, I can probably get an item from it. There's usually an item in that room, I think. At least a currency, if not a good item. Don't have the gems for the observatory, so the parlor's a good one. And frankly, I could just really use gems in general. The gem economy is a fucking nightmare in this game. It's why the hovel is so tempting every time. The gems are in the black box. Are they, though? The gems are in the white box. Only one box displays a true statement. Huh. The gems are in the black box, the gems are in the white box. Only one box displays a true statement. I guess it's not contradictory. I was ready to be like, these are both wrong, but then this one says only one of them is correct, which means that this one has to... In order for this one to be correct, one of them has to be correct. Yeah. This is just specifying that there aren't two that are right, it's one that's right. But then... Right, yes, sorry, I cut up... I went in a bit of a loop and lost my original reason I was stuck, but I remember now. This one says only one box displays a true statement. But if it's saying one of these is right, then that means this one can't be right, because then two of them would be displaying a true statement. Right, because then I got into a loop, I'm like, are they all wrong then? But they can't all be wrong. The main thing is it can't agree. Because of this, we can't say that one of these is wrong and one of them is right. They can't both be right because they say the gems are in two different boxes. And they can't just have one of them be right because this one says that only one of them displays a true statement. But that would make this one also wrong. Well, mainly there's no way to differentiate between the two of them otherwise. But also, like, can this be a true statement in a vacuum? Can this one mean only one box displays a true statement and it's referring to itself being true? And these are both wrong. If they're both wrong, then it's in the blue box. But this is a confusing, recursive thing. But there's no way to differentiate between these two otherwise. Are they in the white box or are they in the black box? There's no way to... No relationship between them. Because whether or not the black box is true doesn't affect whether or not there are gems in it, as far as like that. So that wouldn't specify between the endings. So like sometimes just the fact that it's unsolvable if certain things match up a certain way is part of how I often get the solution. I think it's in the blue box. But it's based on a really weird logic about the... Yep, okay. It's like based on a really weird bit of logic about this one being the only true statement. Only one box displays a true statement, which is this one. Which is... Doesn't 1000% make sense to me, but you can't solve the other ones otherwise. So it had to be that's in the blue box, because that one says black and that one says white. So the blue's the only one remaining. So they both had to be wrong. Because there only being one true statement was referring to itself, but it's... What I struggle with is that it's also not really saying anything. So I'm like, what do you mean? Wow, it really wants to draw the den. Okay. Well, I could use the gem. And the passage would be wasted here, and I do want to loop around and fill in this corner. With any good dead end I can. And also maybe Her Majesty's room, which seems to only spawn on the left wall so far. I've only ever spawned it on the left room. The dining room or the storeroom. Not a good place to put the dining room, but at least I get the lunchbox these days, which kind of salves... Ooh, a coupon book. Get that out of the rotation. When you're trying to get specific items, it kind of just becomes this thing where you're a glutton trying to pick up every item you can, because then it can't spawn again. Guest bedroom, reading the lab. I've already accessed the lab, and it cost me a gem. Guest bedroom, I guess. It might give me another item to get out of the pool. Or just a gem. I like gems. I like gems, I like having 15 steps, I like having a sleeping mask. Man, you functionally remove the step economy from the game once you have a sleeping mask and running shoes and a salt shaker. You get so many like ambient bonus steps and also don't lose steps that it just becomes kind of comical. Okay, secret garden key only works on the right. I only have 2 doors going north, which is kind of awkward. I also have not turned power off, and the gymnasium door was a security door, so that one doesn't work. So I do need to hope that they don't screw me over. They actually only have 1 remaining door. And we still don't have the shovel or the sledgehammer. Have I seen a hammerable thing? It is funny that I was trying to get the sledgehammer into the underground area for an eternity. But the barrier wasn't the sledgehammer, it was the water level. Then I finally get it down, and then I realized the sledgehammer won't even do that job anyway. But I still want to get the super sledge because of all the walls I can break in the weight room and the secret garden. And do I remember other ones? That's a thing I should be taking notes of. In fact, let's make a super hammer table. I've got so many tables. Where does this one go? I'll put it next to the conduits table, which is small on the top of the page above the chess wall. Super hammer. The gymnasium, yeah, it's the weight room. Why do I weight room? I already know it's the room. Secret garden. There we go. I can actually document them so I can know which rooms to prioritize placing if I make the super hammer. Because that's important. Workshop's a good source of thing. And the office is fucking expensive. Does give a gem back. Gotta remember that. Okay, there we go. We have 2/3 of the super hammer. I just need the hammer part of the hammer, which is usually the easy part, or has been. And also, this is the room I need to make it, so it's also a priority to make, because I was literally talking about how bad the enemy. I have the key card already. God damn it. Okay, let's go back. My steps are fine. Turn security to high. I really got to get into the rut of always checking that every time, because it's so sneaky that it's just fucking... I really wish you picked up the oops. I really wish that you picked up the key card at the beginning of the day when you do this unlock system. Security level high, because you getting to keep items is basically against the rules, so it's kind of confusing. Whereas like you picking stuff up at the beginning of the run makes sense, especially since you're starting a new run, so it would just be handy to know you get used to the idea of picking up everything on the fly, and that being what your run is. You start your seed, you get your allowance. So just starting with an important item in your inventory unannounced is like kind of awkward. Greenhouse. Really don't want that dead end. Does the greenhouse have a smashable wall? I have no idea. I don't remember one. It does have brick walls on at least one side, which are rare enough to make me nervous. But we're only halfway through and I only have 2 doors, so it's kind of a scary thing to place right now. Library. It me. December 8th. Alright, so, Drafting Strategy Volume 5. We're finally here. Grave mistakes. Where did it say that? Oh, down here, okay. I was like, that's not grave mistakes, it says the death of drafting. The death of drafting. Every architect has experienced it. You're drafting your house, room by room, and everything is going smoothly. Suddenly you realize there's only a single path available for expansion, and it is imperative you draft a hallway, or else your design will have no hope of further development. But, on the critical draw, the drafting gods offer you nothing but dead ends. Rooms with no exit, and even fewer prospects. Dead ends are the death of dreams, the death of plans, the death of expansion. In short, they are the death of your house. But are they genuinely daunting? As daunting and menacing as they appear? Perhaps beneath their morbid exterior. Dead ends hold some inherent value. In this volume of Drafting Strategy, we will delve deeper into the world of the grave than any architect has ever dared to draft, to discover, once and for all, if there is any life beyond the dead end. Draxus. No exit strategies. A dead end is, in any room, A dead end is any room that lacks another door by which to exit. It is an understandable instinct to want to avoid these rooms while drafting your house, as they limit your available paths to grow. However, seasoned architects quickly learn that you do not want to completely ignore them. A very common mistake that beginners make is picking the room with the most doors while drafting and ignoring all other factors, but every house needs some dead ends. Each dead end room an architect drafts removes the floor plan from the draft pool. The more dead ends you draft, the less likely you are to draw them later when decisions are more critical. The key is figuring out a way to draft dead ends without blocking off your house's potential for expression. Dropping a dead end room on the rank behind you is a great strategy to accomplish this, and helps you pick up some extra resources before continuing to higher ranks. In general, you should try to fill up every open slot in your house before moving north. As foreboding as a black bordered floor plan may seem, Tomb stands out as one of the most straightforward strategies centered around dead ends. The floor plan can only be drafted from the grounds and is considered one of the outer rooms. As such, it can be drafted at the very start of the day, allowing architects to know immediately whether their strategy should be focused on dead ends or not. The tomb itself is a vast crypt filled with shadowy alcoves and creepy recesses. The entire space was designed by early Orindian architects to evoke a sense of mystery and intrigue. Perfect for those who are appreciative and skeptical of dead-end architecture. The 8 Agirian angels of the early age are scattered throughout the tomb's chambers, are a memento of times past, and you will certainly be seeing a lot of them when employing a tomb-centered strategy, as you will likely be making several visits here throughout the day. A successful tomb strategy depends on 3 crucial factors: finding shops, amassing enough steps to allow for return trips to the grounds, and drafting as many dead ends as possible. The strategy is perfect for those that love risk and great rewards. What I'm not touching on here is that the other bonus of the tomb is being able to potentially reach the door into the foundation. Well, I guess now we have easier ways to get the foundation. I really wish the foundation was placed higher in my ranks in this map. Now that I know that what its connection is, it would have been great to place it at a higher rank, because then I could potentially make a tomb run where I make dead ends and I risk killing my run, but then I just teleport to the foundation, which is just a second entryway with its own 3 doors, and just start over up there. It's not always ideal, because you'd have to, it'd be really suck if you ever want to revisit the first half of the dungeon, because you, or the first half of your mansion, because you can't get back to it without going outside. Grounds for termination. Tomb isn't the only dead end you'll find in the grounds. There are a total of 8 outer rooms, which are rooms that are draftable outside the house. These floor plans are unique, not only in where they could be drafted, but also in the fact that they are floor plans that cannot lead to expansion of the further rooms, making them the perfect candidates for dead ends. They are also able to be drafted at the very beginning of the day, which allows architects to plan out their strategy of greater precision and purpose. For example, a schoolhouse day. On a schoolhouse day, architects will prioritize acquiring gems to pay for the extra classroom. Floor plans, where on a hovel, they will focus entirely on getting a lot of extra steps. It's weird that they tried to specify that these are dead ends. I guess they mean that maybe that external room counts as a dead end and gives you coins. Like maybe the tomb counts as a dead end and thus gives you 5 coins inherently. But otherwise it's like, these are great candidates for this outdoor thing. I'm like, I guess they're only great candidates in like the lore sense, because I can't place them anywhere else. These have to be placed outside. So they don't really function as a dead end in the normal sense, because they're not part of the structure. Outer rooms of note. Grounds of termination may have been a play on words for the title of the article, but it certainly wasn't a joke for the former groundskeeper Denny Ravane, who made his home while employed on the estate in this humble bedroom. So that's the ex-groundskeeper that we referenced before, and I was going to try to give them as a password variant. I could still try them, I guess, if I want to add them to the list of names. Let's see. Denny Ravane. Why not? Denny Ravane. The groundskeeper's tool shed is often a great draft choice to find useful items like a shovel or a sledgehammer. It featured neither. I'm not bitter. Even better items can be found in the trading post, that is, if you have something valuable to offer. The shop is frequented by local farmers and hunters who supply the estate with goods in exchange for a few shiny trinkets. I just don't know what it overall is available there. When I went to the trade post before, it had extremely lackluster offers. Most of the vegetables and fruits obtained from the locals are preserved in the subterranean cellar. When winter arrives, these stored goods are frequently traded back, providing them with a reliable source of sustenance in the colder months. Even further underground, provisions are also stored in the estate's bomb shelter. The purpose of this, of course, like the root cellar, is preservation. However, in this case, it's the preservation of people rather than food against fallout, radiation, and red rooms. Enshrined ideals. An introduction of the shrine. The last outer room is a floor plan with a function that isn't as straightforward as the others. Just what is a blessing? How much gold do I need to give? How long does it last? The shrine is a space of reverence, a mystical cavern filled with the glow of candlelight, and those that show respect and pay tribute are blessed by unseen forces that guide this world. Blessings are persistent benefits that last several days and are bestowed upon the reverent visitors who have made an offering of gold. The type and duration of blessing can differ depending on the amount of gold given, but the more gold you offer, the longer the blessing will last. So it is based on the amount you give. So if you memorize what you gave to get the result, that's consistent. Blessing of the Tinkerer. Whenever you draft a mechanic room, trigger your current experiment. Jeez. There's not that many mechanical rooms, though. Blessing of the Berry Picker. While drafting, instead of picking a floor plan, you can pick a berry. If you do, draft a random floor plan from your draft pool, disregarding rarity. Pick a berry. Okay, so that's pure RNG. It's you skip the. I think they're saying that you skip the disregard. You skip the hand of 3 that has its own system of being selected by. And instead just pick that, and it goes pure RNG, so it ignores rarity. So technically it has a higher chance of drawing rarer rooms than you normally have. I think that's basically how it works. But then you're stuck with it, I assume. Like, you don't even get to have a draft. You just draw one random thing. So you have to be sure you're not destroying your plan. Blessing of the Chief. For each different type of spread that you do today, add an extra dish to the dining room. The chef. Not right, chief. Not. I was thinking chief as in general. I was like, wait. So I was expecting to read what I already knew. For each different type of spread that you do today, add a different dish to the dining room. Dishes would be good. That's a lot of food. Different type of spread. What's a spread? I don't know what the word spread means in this game. Blessing of the Gardener. Add 8 courtyards to today's draft pool. Blessing of the General. After you draft a red room, if you have at least 5 different ranks containing red rooms, gain 5 gems. Interestingly, if you go from bottom to top, that's the 5th one. And I got that for giving $10. So maybe that's what you get for $10. Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. That doesn't make sense. I was like, that's the 5th one, so if you looped again to 5 again, that'd be 10, so maybe that's how I got it. And I'm like, no. There's 3 more, so we'd be looping on iterations of 8, and that wouldn't get us there. Unless it's left or right. If it goes left or right, then Blessing the Tinkerer is the $1 one, and General is the $2 one. There's 8 of them total, so you'd go all the way down there. Then number 9 would be Tinkerer, and 10 would be General. Blessing of a Monk. If you call it a day in a room on your estate, you will draw that room while drafting from the grounds the following day. Ooh. You can make your first room. That's actually interesting. No matter what it is. That's an interesting ability to have. I don't exactly know what the goal would be, besides just keeping that room, but there might be a special value to having it early too. I wonder. Let's test my theory. So 8, 16... 17, 18, 19, 20. No. So I donated 20, but no. Did I donate 30 last? Damn it, I don't remember how much I donated. Did I do 10 twice for General and then 20 for High Roller? Or was it 20 twice and then 30? Shit. Yeah, I can't write down any notes because I don't remember the exact values. Well, now we know it is definitely an amount of gold, so I need to start recording the exact values so I can get the same result again. Shit. Alright. I have so many notes. Blessing of the Dancer. While drafting, you may pay 1 gem to spin floor plans. Cursed. Spinning is valuable, but oh my god, who has gems to spare in this game? Blessing of the High Roller. Each time you draft a shop, get an ivory die. Gain 1 gold whenever you roll an ivory die. 10 gold. Yeah, that's the one we knew about. That's just a lot of money and dice. I thought it was 5 gold. Did it change? Top 5 dead ends, selected by the editorial staff. Attic. If Toolshed is good, then Attic is really good. Even at a steep gem cost, this room cannot be passed up. It always pays it for itself and more. It's got 8 items. Study is likely the most powerful room for the experienced architect who no longer has difficulty accumulating gems or solving chess portmanteaus. Chess portmanteaus. Am I insane? Portmanteau. Word blending. A word blending the sounds and combining, yeah, of 2 different things. Yeah. Motel is a motor hotel. Brunch is breakfast and lunch. Chess portmanteaus. I don't... We kind of had some kind of... Those weren't like portmanteaus exactly. They kind of were. I would maybe interpret parts of the gallery as portmanteaus, but maybe not. But the chess puzzle doesn't seem like a portmanteau. The one that's downstairs. I wonder what that part means. Or do you solve a chess portmanteau in that room to get a reward? Now I'm trying to remember what the puzzle was for the safe in that room. Yeah, because the king... No, there's a queen, right? But the chess piece was attached to the safe. I guess I just don't remember what the puzzle was anymore. That draw that room so little. More than any other room, Code Check allows architects to center their strategies on specific item of their choice. The risk may scare some off, but those who see their steps as an expendable resource can throw caution to the wind. Hovel's an unbeatable drafting force. It's weird to me that Hovel is listed as a dead end. See, like this is why it's weird, right? These all fit one category, and then the Hovel just doesn't fit because it's an outside room. That just shouldn't be categorized as a dead end. You can't draw it in the house unless you're getting the ability to at some point. If you could draw it in the house, that'd be wild. Secret passage. Surprisingly, this room is actually categorized as a dead end, allowing architects to utilize it in both dead end and color-specific strategies. So it counts as a hallway, it counts as a dead end, but also it gives you the ability to draw a specific room. The secret passage is pretty strong. Dead end contest. Mail-in sweepstakes. On January 20th, 1989, Taro Martiz shocked the world of architecture by drafting 19 dead ends in one day. Can you beat his record? Draft 20 or more dead ends in a single day and you could win 200 gold. And the trophy of sweepstakes. So that's the sweepstakes. Okay. 20 dead ends? Sounds like a nightmare. And where does the 200 gold go? It's probably, I assume it's not an allowance, so it's just I get 200 gold for one day. Eligibility. The Dead End Contest Sweepstakes is open to legal residents of Fen Ares who are at least 12 years of age at the time of entry, employees of Drafting Strategy, its affiliates, subsidiaries, advertising and promotion agencies, and their immediate family members and or those living in the same household of each are not eligible to participate in the sweepstakes. Entry. To enter the sweepstakes, players must draft rooms in a single house during a single day. Any number of rooms may be drafted, but only dead-end rooms drafted during the day will be counted toward the dead-end tally. If the dead-end tally exceeds the current record, 19 participants are considered a winner. So I guess the outside room must count then, according to this own book. Prize. The cash prize is an approximate shop value equal to 200 gold, paid out to the winner of sweepstakes in a check equal to the prize amount. The trophy of sweepstakes has an approximate shop value of 50 gold. Please note the trophy is not composed of real gold, but features a gold-like coating for decorative purposes only. The winner will be notified and receive the prize by mail no later than 5 days after obtaining the dead-end record. Check the mailroom for prize delivery, but except now it's in the front room for me. Odds. The odds of winning the contest are not very promising. The architect who set this record was very, very good at drafting, but best of luck regardless. Luck. They call out luck as a mechanic, making me once again wonder what luck is. I want to get luck, but I only have one thing that even slightly conjures the idea of being able to get luck, and I haven't been able to do it yet. Can you manipulate luck? Like choose what direction you're trying to lean in with it? The gallery is back. Oh, I want the commissary though. These are both dead ends, that's bad. Alright, so we'll do the free gallery. Do I have to solve the puzzle again? No? That's nice. At least I don't have to solve the puzzle again, because I guess it's not randomized, so it would just be annoying. Now it's just a source of some money and 2 gems. So this is always a free room with 2 gems. And the question of where the 8 room is it this room? Is this the room that the key opens? But, like, not here, because it wouldn't fit the floor plan. Maybe you use the 8 key in any locked door to summon the 8 room. These are all dead ends. Are you serious? Are you for reals, man? Are you shitting me, bro? Bruv. Dude. Alright, well, let's get 2 thingies. 2 keys. That's not the worst. And it counts as 2 extra rooms, so I got 2 sleeping masks triggered. I chose not to summon the one that gives me a bonus for each bedroom, which could backfire. But the sleeping mask does give me a lot of bonuses for each bedroom already. And I lose some of it here. Okay. So, I'm down to only 1 door again. Fuck. Does it work? No. Okay, you can't just summon the key 8 thing. I thought maybe you just use it at any point and you summon the 8th room magically. Okay. Don't love this. Please don't kill my floor plan this early by summoning so many dead ends. How many have I placed so far? 1, 2, 3. Not an amazing amount, probably 4. I think the garage counts, unless the exit outside counts. That's not a dead end. The book didn't specify if the garage counts as a dead end or not. And dead ends are not a color. Come on, give me a branching path, you dick. It's just drawing dead ends. It's a really mean RNG day. I would love to play these dead ends, sir, but you need to give me branches to place them in. 5 more gems to taunt me as my ever serpentining house tries to strangle me to death. Okay, the drawing room is nice. Jeez, I am not reaching this dead end probably. I'd have to snake so specifically around to get anywhere. That's awful. At least I have a lot of gems. Can I have my fucking shovel and sledgehammer, please? I want to draw the commissary, but I keep not being able to afford it, or it keeps creating a dead end that will kill my run. I would like the commissary, please. Okay, so those are both useless right now. I want the branchiest possible path. The conference room isn't the worst. That at least gives me the hope of turning left. I think I'll take it. And now the office could scatter money in here, but I don't know what to do with that money necessarily. Okay, I'll take this. It'll give me a chance to summon a dead end to the side over there. Okay, the commissary is not bad. Another security door, too. Okay, shovel. Sledgehammer. Thank you. Compass. Salt shaker. I don't think I wanted the compass, actually. That actually might be bad for my RNG. Broken lever, sledgehammer, and battery pack. Workshop's only back there. I probably should just head back and do it. Do I have any hammer spots yet? Not yet. I don't actually know if it'll pay off yet. My step economy is fine. And also notably, you don't lose anything by making this hammer. Well, you lose any other options for a battery pack, and you lose the ability to open the final door. Ta-da! Any other surprises since I have so many items here? Magnifying glass? Compass? No. I don't like that item. There's no super sleeping mask? Okay. If I get the attic, that would be nice. Okay, so let's summon the southern... Let's make a nice dead end. Now I can celebrate doing it for free. Let's see, what did I write down for... I wrote down the weight room and the secret garden, right? Okay. Do I care about the breaker box? I guess so. Or the nursery. The breaker box gives me access to the chapel and lets me turn off the gymnasium. Which is not the end of the world. Might get one item from the dark room if I go all the way down there. I already have access to security. The nursery gives me 5 steps, but I already drew 3 of the bedrooms, and I don't think it works retroactively. But it would give me 5 right now. But I'm all the way up here. I think I want to see if I can get a cooler dead end. Not great. This sucks. I should have just placed the other one. I drew no dead ends. It would cost me a dice to roll again, and the dice will pay off more over there. The Dovecoat doesn't even do anything, and having it drawable means I can rotate future cards if I don't play it. These are just blah. This one gives me a gem, this one costs a gem. This one lets me buy food if I need steps. I don't think I currently will need. I should have just placed the breaker room. That's the weighted RNG, is you're trying to hope for different results. I should have stuck to it just because then I can at least have the value of removing one of the many dead ends I keep drawing that are trying to strangle this run. But I was like, there's gotta be a cooler dead end that actually helps. But no, I should just thrown it out, just so I get rid of it. Alright, so we already bought the commissary. Up here we're hoping for a branching path. A weight room. Shit, what a call out. Do I have any reason to go back down south at all? Maybe the break room? Gotta hate the weight room. Well, yeah, I want the weight room because I want to be able to summon. Yeah. Alright, so we have a reason to draw the goddamn kitchen. The dining room's all the way down here, so it's cost prohibitive for me to actually go down there and get the meal I get for getting this high. Reading the points up. It gives me another key. I didn't forget the weight room. I'm just trying to build this up too. The library is a dead end and I already have one. I probably should not have given myself a second library. Any cool keys, though? A special key? I don't know if I trust for the lockpick kit to pay for itself this late in a run. The prism key! That could be an interesting power to have. Do 3 keys for 12. Discounted. Nice. Alright, so I have a prism key, a greenhouse key, no, secret garden key. Prism key, secret garden key, 8 key. Yay! I finally opened this up. I don't remember which one this one is. It's the southern one. Okay, I did write that down before, I believe, because we were indicated otherwise that was where it was. Yeah, the greenhouse and the weight room are both the southern one. And I have it written down that at some point it was suggested the mechanarium is an alternate for the secret garden for the left door. That's where the top fragment was this whole time? Okay, I gotta document that. What's going on there? Do I still have... I haven't accessed it for a bit, but do I still have a blue prints folder on my desktop? I do. Okay. What's noteworthy here is that this map seems to feature some shit. Let's see here. Display capture. Greetings, everybody. What layer did that paste on behind everything? Okay. This is an awkward way to edit this, but the magic wand tool is too gross for chaotic images like this, so we're gonna cut it out ourselves. Dooba-dooba-doo-doo-doo. This is the tool I use for making my thumbnails. I use GIMP because it's free. It was confusing to come here from Photoshop after using Photoshop in all of my college classes and high school classes for graphic design. But I made do. And now I'd be confused if I went back. And also I don't like how slightly off this part was, even though this isn't about being pretty. There we go. And I don't like deleting data, so I actually then go add layer mask. And then I pick the color black, click on the layer mask and fill it in. Boop. Now that data's not gone, and I can disable layer mask to bring it back if I want to, even though I never would. And also I just selected the layer mask by accident and moved it around. Alright. The 8th angel points to our dreams. What the fuck? Alright, the angel points to our dreams. I'm adding this to my angel page from the very beginning of the playthrough. And then I'm gonna like highlight it a little bit. To like remind myself it's in there a little bit. Alright, the 8th angel points to our dreams. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? Angel 8's 1 has the hoe, 2 is the baker, 3 is pitchfork, 4 chimney sweep, 4 5 broom, 6 riding crop, 7 is the scepter. 8th angel. Is there another angel down there that doesn't have any of the tools the rest of them have? I need to draw the tomb. Which I think I keep not drawing at all. I assume it's the tomb because the chapel is a series of windows in the sky, and I don't think that's gonna point to a puzzle in the same sense. Okay. Once I found the complete map, which wasn't that hard to find, I was like, what's the point of these fragments? But, is that a bed? Okay. But now we know that two halves of this had a message around one of the terrors. Ah, Jesus. The destruction of structural elements of the house, like walls, is not permanent and will reset every few days. It is. Thanks, Red Note, for lying to me. Alright. Alright, so that's interesting. I'm glad I did that, because it being an alternate switch, I don't know if that'll come. I mean, it'll probably come up. That is easier. This is easier to reach than the secret garden, even though it's a painful room to draw. Alright, I need to draw the fucking food place, please. 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 Two of these. I also would like to draw the coat check. Oh, it's at the beginning. Fuck. This will let me turn left, which is the best I can do right now. Drawing a lot of these security doors. If only I had the bypass security to get extra income one. Alright, so this has turned out to be one of those runs where I would have been better off doing one of those effects that... Yeah, so everyone have a good laugh at me. If I had done the set your steps to 40 when you dig up trash, I would not be worried about my steps right now for making this run count. Oof. Was that room also secure? Okay, this room's a normal door. I want this to be locked. Be locked. Be locked. Be locked. Yes. Secret garden. You can't do it to the north? Oh, that sucks. Would it be good to draw a red room? Gymnasium's already in play. Dark room's already in play. Chapel. There's a good chance it would draw the archive, which sucks, and the furnace would be a dead end. Or the bathroom, which is a dead end. Okay, so none of the red rooms are actually helpful. Okay, so I want to turn right, and I want that room... No! Damn it. Okay, I can still draw the secret garden on the left side of the room, though. Lab, laundry room. I want to... I can't... I don't really need these resources. The laboratory is useless to me. The laundry room only lets me rearrange the resources in the top right corner, which are all similar right now. It doesn't have power, so I won't be able to get more steps and be sneaky with that. It might be worth the redraw to try to get a right turn. But then I'm just depending on the idea that the right turn will be useful. I should draw the laundry room to get rid of the dead end. It also gave me another dice, which has its own value. Is there an item in there? I don't... Can't tell. Okay. Please draw the kitchen. Since it can't be the green room. The office would make us all the money goes to the conference room. Servants' quarters. Servants' quarters is a dead end I want to get rid of, and it gives me steps. There we go. And too many keys. So now I genuinely do not need keys at all. And sometimes there's even like a bonus key on the floor. Okay, they give me a few more steps that my running back and forth is also squandering a bit with me being awkward about these spaces. Okay. So now our goal is to get across the room without dead ending. Thanks for drawing 3 dead ends functionally. Yeah, I need a hallway, so having 3 dice here is nice. Okay. Thanks. The attic. The pain. Okay, how many gears do I have in the entire map? None, maybe? 1 for security. 2 for workshop. Fuck, I don't like that. Man, I wish I knew where the doors are gonna spawn. Because I have drawn the mechanarium before with 3 gears. Because we have the workshop, security, and the mechanarium. So, and the entrance there. So, we have 2 other gears, which means we have a left and a right turn. That normally makes it so that, there's a left and a right turn and not a forward door. Or at least the one time I've done it before, I remember there being no forward door and there being a left and right turn. So I don't trust... Fuck. But now it's down to the last redraw. I don't know if a straight way exists in my entire deck. I want to reach the opposite wall so I can generate the secret garden. Fuck me. There's the utility closet one last time to make me sad. Man. And I couldn't even draw the car key. So I don't think I even want to go down there. Can I reach the coat check in time to put my power hammer there? 1, 2... Nope. 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 8... No. 1, 2... This is a convoluted layout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. No. I can't make it to the coat check. Unless... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... 10, 11, 12? I don't know what the numbers are going to be going from the foundation. But the foundation might work. We don't know yet. Damn it, I have my super hammer! Also, every little inefficient step I ever took is currently biting me in the ass all at the same time. And the dining room's on that side of the door, so I can't reach it at all. So right now I just have to be so careful to get back the most correct way. A single misstep kills my chances even more. Hello, gem. Oh, because I placed the distribute gems thing. Yay, more gems I can't... Gah! I'm so sad about this dead end. There's no surprise... run killers. My special gem... my special key is just the prismatic key, unfortunately. Did I learn anything with any new tools I gathered? Did I even get anything new? That's the same 6 things from before, I think. Yeah. Good time to check around for any surprise fruit. Yeah, I made some inefficient walking decisions here and there too, which just exasperates my shame. Give me a beat to save this run. No. Do I risk going over there? I don't know how many steps are involved in going out via the hallway, the secret door. I might have the exact number of steps I need to survive, but otherwise I could go there and dig up those 2 dig spots, which might give me a beat, which would just save the run outright. But if it doesn't give it to me, it dooms the run, because then I can't come back here at all. It sucks. It's rough. I don't know what the math is. I guess we'll find out. So I have 5 steps right now. And someone in the audience already knows the math, and already knows if I'd made the right call or not. There's no soccer shoes? There's no running shoes to, make the math harder. That's kind of obscured a lot of time. So we have 5... 3... Alright, there's 1. That's the door we expect to do it. Do both of these doors cost me a step? That's the rough thing. Because I think I also lose a step from going upstairs, maybe? 3... Don't count this one. 2... Don't count this one. Okay, going up the stairs doesn't count. Oh, this sucks. Okay, is there like a thing lying around? There never is. Dude, I'm gonna be at 1 in this room. Fuck. I need just that 1 step. If I could just get in that 1 room, that'd be it. Are you kidding me? It's not like a random fucking apple lying around. Please. That's all I need. What? Sorry? For that? You can smash pots? What the fuck? Oh. Good to know. Okay. What the fuck? Now I want to smash every pot. How many pots are in this game? Hang on a minute. I can break things? Is there anything in the rubble on this one? Okay, if I go outside, I die, and I'm gonna lose this item. If I go in there, I die. So I'm stuck between multiple things I wish I could do right now, but... I assume I'll lose this microchip, but... Assuming it's not randomly spawning, if I just have any hammer again, I can probably break that and get it, and then plug it in outside, and then I'll keep it, probably? That's 1 microchip down. Is the other one in a pot? What the fuck? I am in agony that I can't just walk in that room right now. I can and I will, but just let me click on the counter really quick. Just let me click on the counter really quick. Why does it have to fail me the moment I hit 0 and not when I try to take a step from 0? You know? I should be able to use the room I end in. That just seems fair. Click, 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 click. No, please, 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 please. Just let me keep the power hammer, you prick. I want to use it places, but I need to. It happens. It's what the game is. It is why the game is so long, in part, because you keep getting everything taken from you. 7 bedrooms. The perplexing inn. 3 puzzles. 7 bedrooms. 11 items found. Big inventory. I placed 7 bedrooms. Yeah. For those keeping track of all my mistakes. It's always easy to look at in hindsight when you know how things played out. If I had played that one that gives me a bonus for each bedroom, then that would have given me steps, obviously. What with the 7 bedrooms I played, that would have helped. The fact that I had the sleeping mask already, and it still wasn't enough, is rough. But the weight room did it. But we unlocked the secret of the weight room, so we'll focus on the good. I needed to place the weight room because one of our goals was to break down the weight room with the sledgehammer. And I did get, I not only did I gain access to it and verified that the lever exists, the act of checking in the first place, and they're really good about this, you accessing these things, even if you think you know what's inside, usually comes with a bonus reward or a bonus piece of knowledge, and that bonus knowledge also unlocks future stuff. So now we know something's up with the angels, either in the chapel or more likely down in the underground place. I'm guessing there's like a secret lever or a button that opens a wall, maybe? Whatever your dreams are. Or maybe maybe the sledgehammer does it. I wanted to take the sledgehammer down there, but we don't have access to that room unless I draw the tomb, because it's behind the, it's behind the death statue. So you can only open it from inside the tomb. Let's see. Did I forget to do the puzzle for the chess? No. I had the opportunity to draw the office a few times, but I never had the opportunity to draw her ladyships or the study, I don't think. And without the study, which is the most reasonable one maybe, there's no queen. And without a queen, then it doesn't matter if I place the king or not. We'll get it one of these rounds. It's just fucking... It's rough that I've solved that puzzle, maybe? I think I've solved it, but I just can't make it happen. But that's what the game is sometimes. Alright. One more game.